Hello, Frugal Force. This is Captain Frugal reporting for duty, and today I want to talk about the use of the OK hand gesture and how Activision has removed it from Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Warzone. So I hope you sit back and enjoy the video. Alright, Frugal Force, welcome to the video. Before we get too involved here, I just want to ask that if you don't mind, help support the video. Give it a thumbs up, or if you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Leave your comments and thoughts below about it too, because that's one of the best ways to help this channel grow. If you're not familiar, YouTube is not a big fan because I don't monetize, as well as some of the content I do, they don't particularly enjoy either. So, you know they have their own ways about things. So, I could use all the support on this little channel as I can get. Alright. So here we go. This article can be found right at Bounding Into Comics by Spencer Bacoli on July 9th, 2020. And, this just has me shaking my head. If you're not familiar with Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Warzone, they actually are two games that work together. Call of Duty Modern Warfare is a game you go to the store, buy, or digitally download. This is one of the more recent Call of Duty games, the probably most recent, if I'm not mistaken. But Warzone is where they created their own take on it, where it's a free game. You could play Warzone on its own on your computer, on your Xbox One, your PlayStation 4. Well, it's one of those battle royale types with a couple other ways and things involved in it as well that you can partake in, but it's free to play. But if you have Modern Warfare, you can generate classes and with class loadouts like you can the other games when playing online. And what it allows you to do on Warzone is if you get enough money, if you will, whatever the currency is, I forgot what they call it. I've played it quite a few times, you think I'd remember. But you can unlock your drop when your loadouts, and you can pick your loadout, giving you an advantage in the game. So it is a little bit of a, if you paid for this, you get a benefit. But that's beyond the point. My point is this: the removal of the OK hand gesture from these games and how it was done and why is ridiculous. So let's look at this. Activision has quietly removed the emote from the latest installment of the Call of Duty franchise, with both Modern Warfare and Warzone players discovering that the in-game gesture for OK has been removed without any explanation. In Call of Duty Modern Warfare and its free-to-play Battle Royale mode, Warzone, gestures are available to unlock and use during multiplayer matches, allowing players to non-verbally communicate or taunt other players, if you will. Now, some of you remember the times when you didn't have as much of that kind of stuff. One of the most famous taunts was the good old-fashioned teabag, when you'd make your character squat up and down right on the top of the guy's face that you just destroyed and beat down. You would do that multiple times, called teabagging. Yes, it is childish, but let's be honest, almost every gamer has done this, myself included. So, fair enough. One such this gesture, which, remember, the teabag wasn't ruled out, right? Okay, so one such gesture featured within the game was the OK hand symbol, which found popularity among players, ready, for its ability to be made with the player character's left hand while simultaneously firing their weapon with their right, serving as sort of a skillful display for certain players. In other words, ha ha ha, I am killing you with one hand because I am good and you suck. It was just a nice way. It's, a little bit of a, it's just a taunt. It's a harmless taunt. No worse than these people after you beat them sending you mean messages, telling you to F off, calling you pig effer, and sending you messages. Maybe I'll do a video sometime of some of the mean messages that I receive after beating somebody once in a while on these games. The stuff that they say is absolutely horrendous. But, Sony doesn't do jack squat really to stop that. If you report it, they don't do squat, at least from my experiences that I've seen. So it is what it is. So anyway, the gesture was also routinely used by players as, are you ready for this? Remember, they had to remove this, a victory celebration at the ending of winning matches. So you win a match, and they do the OK sign saying, hey, we did this, and we did okay, man, we won this. That's a bad thing now. Oh, dear goodness. How ridiculous has this world come? However, the symbol was recently removed from the game by Activision. This change was not announced in any way, as the last patch notes make no mention of the removal. Now, just in case you're not familiar, when games release patches, they usually have what we call patch notes. And they tell you what has been changed, what has been added maybe to the game, what weapons have been nerfed, what has been taken out of the game to balance it better, or whatever maybe was causing problems, whatever, removing that. But there was no mention at all of the OK symbol being removed. The players instead found the OK had suddenly been replaced by a new gesture called crush. Because yes, people, this here is offensive now. Now, I will tell you, I did try to contact Activision. I sent an email. I have not received any response from them about this, why the OK was removed. And I know I'm a little nobody probably compared to them, so I'll probably never hear anything. But let's look further, because I'm not the only one. Activision has yet to publicly comment on the gesture's removal. Video game news outlet Eurogamer attempted to reach out directly to the company as well for comment. But as of this writing here, has not received any response. So Eurogame has not gotten a response either. So in other words, they have stealthily removed this to please the few morons out there. The most likely reason behind the removal, let's guess, this is probably why, is due to a troll campaign launched on 4chan. Yes, 4chan, which is such a reliable place, that caused a number of mainstream media outlets, morons in other words, to associate the hand symbol with white supremacy. This is not what it means, people. Now, I want to go over this a little bit more. This is where stupidity really comes in. Remember, because if a few people decide they're going to change the meaning of a word, it gets changed now. It's like going to the Webster's Dictionary and citing a car. The word car is no longer an automobile. We need to change that because somebody viewed it as a racist attack on somebody. How stupid can we be? And just to show you, well, let's look. The Score Esports' Daniel Rawson was one of those. Following reports that Blizzard banned the symbol from the Overwatch League arena, Rawson declared, and in quotes, "Let's be real here. The OK hand gesture is a white supremacist thing now. Don't be mad at Blizzard for banning it." So Rawson added, "Be mad at white supremacists for taking an innocent thing and ruining it." I think at this point we should all give a moment of silence for Daniel Rawson's brain, because it clearly has died. This man's brain must be dead. Because once again, how can we take something and have a few people, as long as they can get enough traction with it on social media or something and spread it enough, it becomes now the new thing. Any word is in danger. Any word. As long as they don't like that word, all they have to do is decide, we don't like that word, let's push it on 4chan or whatever and change it. Let's go back actually and see about this gesture, shall we? Remember, the OK gesture here, okay? Ring gestures formed by forefinger and thumb with the remaining digits extended appear in Greece at least as early as the 5th century BCE and can be seen on painted vases as an expression of, are you ready for this? Love, with the thumb and forefinger mimicking kissing lips. So something that was taken as a sign of love has now been depicted by a small group of people and changed for white supremacy, supposedly. Even if they did, let's take it back. And nonetheless, how could you give them power? When you sit there and you pull something out like that, claiming, because it's considered racist, you've just given those people power. You've let them change the meaning. So if it was, these people were using it as white supremacy gestures, which I'm not saying is true, I don't know. Why give them that power? And let alone, why take it away and change its name? It's because you are chicken crabs. And that's what's going on right now. All these companies are running scared like chicken crabs. Just ridiculous. The gesture was one of professing their love for another. A sentiment was conveyed more in touching of fingers than in the ring that they formed. An expression of assent and approval. If you don't know about the ring, wedding band, for example, is a ring. What that means, I suggest you look it up. There's a reason for a wedding ring and what it symbolizes. The gesture for this hand symbol can be traced back to the 1st century Rome. Can you believe that? Once again, taking something completely back from then. Or even, let's go even farther. The sign appeared throughout the Buddhist and Hindu symbols for inner perfection as well. So once again, winning makes sense. Perfect, we won, right? But how do you twist that to what they do? It's because they have an agenda. These people are hateful scumbags. And people like esports here, Daniel Rawson's brain died, clearly. And Activision things are just too chicken crap to stand up for anything. Because right now they're afraid and running scared from a select few. The symbol has been removed from other games as well. Now you ready? Here comes extreme stupidity. Like Mortal Kombat 11 was even reportedly banned from the Overwatch League arena after a fan flashed it live on live TV. They said, oh, use the OK hand gesture on TV. Now think about this. Mortal Kombat 11, ripping out a guy's spine, crushing their skulls, ripping their hearts out of their chest, burning them alive, eating them whole is okay. But the OK symbol with hand gesture is not. Can you scream stupidity here? The former Fox News reporter David MacDougall, also brain dead, tried to threaten a man's career for using the sign. What? What? The Anti-Defamation League describes the symbol as, ready, quote, a nearly universal hand gesture, and most usage of it is completely innocuous. In other words, we are going to appease the few that are stupid, that are changing its definition to appease to just those few people. In other words, why? Because we are scared. What do you think of Activision and Infinity Ward silently removing this OK emote from their games? Do you think it's a bullcrap scare tactic? They're too much of a chicken crap to actually leave it in the game. And what do you think about these morons changing its definition? I mean, or do you think I'm wrong and I'm the idiot? Let me know in the comments. I greatly look forward to hearing from you. I do apologize if you heard some noise and stuff in this video. My office is quite hot, so I had to run the air conditioner. Our power was out for the last 9 hours and hasn't been on for too very long. And so the room was hot and I had to do something to cool it. Well, thank you for taking this time watching. Until next time, keep it frugal. I want to make sure I take a moment to thank the people that helped make this video possible. I consider you producers of this channel and of this show. Without your support, these videos would not be possible. So I'd like to thank Rags, Comic Boom, Pop Size, Orin JB, Lynch Nut, a penny for your dimes. I also want to thank the people that like to remain anonymous and anybody else that has contributed to this channel in the past. Without your support, these videos would not be possible. If you find yourself in a position you can help and you want to see your name here too as a producer credit, go ahead and look down in the links below. There will be a Patreon, a subscribe star, as well as a one-time donation, and you can see your name up here too. Thank you.